Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of I Love You, Colonel Sanders. In the last part, we had an epic boss battle and fainted in the quad and had to be carried home by our hunky man, Colonel Sanders. Let's get into it. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the sport monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Pop. I knew it! Girl, I knew it. Like him? Like him? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got into talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he found a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in the school, the most famous student ever to attend University of Cooking School Academy of Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Aha! Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implications that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're all alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder he created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Did this man give you cocaine, Miriam? Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked that with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about the new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share the Colonel Sanders secret recipe, and besides, I only know of one ingredient, so I doubt it would be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should I protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Obviously, we are honorable, and so we are not going to be able to share this ingredient with our bestie, and she should understand. You quickly think of a fake ingredient. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing. You figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone. You can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's her boyfriend. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Of course, on his noble steed. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Megan just gets really nervous around people they like. Wow. Wow, just throw me right up under the bus, homie. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and we're up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes, bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients, bad. Summoning a demon, bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Let's act like we're not interested. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping and tries to cover your tracks and improvise with an excuse. Ahem, it's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world can take more than culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they're hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after the encounter with the sport monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who's hiding the book beneath his back, behind. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. Did they steal this from me, or did we just drop it outside? You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them with his mouth. Pop! Do not entertain this. We're playing, hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Wow. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows, and I think it must be over me. But I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in the instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, I do. What do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. That is so cute. But I'm here now, and I hope you're all ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food right in front of you. Well, Megan, naturally, this appears to you to be a simple platter. Which item do you want? I want a shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way, so naturally reach out to grab it and eat it right away. Don't eat it! However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Should have took the glass of water. Should have known. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend. Ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through... to fulfill... the prophecy... You must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Ah, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time, step up and tell them you're on. Oh, definitely. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool, fool! Good one, Fan Van. I like your gumption, Megan. Oh, thank you. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sports scene court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? 100 Celsius. That's right. But how would you have gotten to the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my fur belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11 herbs and spices. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've gotten some basic steps going, it's time for you to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Trust. Oh no! I'm begging you to get it together. Get it. I'm a dog. It's never a wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget the game where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? A small town where big dreams are born. Oh, that's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Aroo! You try and shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling? That's wrong. Oh, no. Don't make me get the spray bottle. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Megan. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except he's watching you make it totally forget what you're doing. Now, all you can think of is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy should it take to fill... I didn't have time to read any of that, you guys. That's not fair. What were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. Grr. You were stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forget the question. We're riding into some granola, I think is what I picked. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? You're struggling to keep up. In the next question station over, Ashley's already beginning plating the element of her dish. It's a colorful and complex. To make up for time, you toss biscuits into biscuit dough into stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. Oh no. I know you love nothing more than a special appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing a personal touch. Or you might not have the hands, but Megan does. And a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Megan, no! But you're not fast enough. Your hand gets stuck. Oh God. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters, and there's no way for you to be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Gosh! Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You can't go on. Ah, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two. On account of Megan's injury, you see Sprinkles began to lick his doggy chops as he looked at the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you've prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Megan to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring the cream of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Is that how she's spelling jelly? Colonel Sanders seemed intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee hee. He places a sauce-covered finger in his lips. Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Internalize the rage. Your rage burns deep intensely within your eyes that burns into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. Beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell me that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. That's very dramatic. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're such a terrible chef, an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get you checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, and motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but failed as an obstetrician. What? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I don't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. Sounds like we could really use a hug from this guy. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best effort I have to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the last night, you're prepared for the worst. It's the spork monster! Gorko, the spork monster is here to fight a hero! Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so not really, but we're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I take it back, or if I could take it back, I would. I think what Megan is saying is that, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've gotten these pointy teeth and claws. All the better to enjoy tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do! Inspiration strikes you when you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time had turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school until one day some mean kids used a magic spellbook, cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Megan, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Ooh, your hideaway, where the secrets happen. We must. But in the next part, we will stop this one here. So much excitement. How are you finding the story so far? Alright, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. If you made it to the end, hit the like button for the algorithm, subscribe for more content, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.